Hey there, it's me, Ethan. I don't have chat in front of me since this is a video. It's pretty awkward. I've never really done anything like this, but I figured I'd just wing it and make something just a little bit of a quick story time or something. Talk to you guys about how I started streaming because I think there's some people who might not know and might be curious to know. So I tell this story pretty often on stream. People ask pretty often. Not something that I don't like talking about, but I figured making a video about it might make it so that more people hear it that want to hear it. So I guess how to begin. I I went to school, to college. I graduated with a degree. Um, I guess this is pretty far back. I graduated in 2016 with a degree in applied mathematics. Not at all useful for streaming or playing video games for that matter, but I always enjoyed watching Twitch ever since I started watching back in high school. Um, and I didn't really watch smaller streamers. I always watched, the bigger streamers, League of Legends people, PewDiePie. I started watching a lot of Clint Stevens in college. He was my favorite streamer for sure. So when I graduated college, I went to look for a job. I moved out of Boise, which is where I went to school. I went to Columbus, Ohio to try and find something in the insurance industry. Could never really find anything. I applied to a ton of places, and I just found myself in a kind of rotten mood all the time. I was in a really bad place there, so I ended up moving back in with my parents back here, and I stayed out in their shed in their backyard. Things were not amazing there either. I just played a lot of video games, lots of Stardew actually. That's when I started playing League of Legends, Diablo, and things like that. Eventually, my parents decided that they were tired of me not finding a job, not even looking. So they told me I needed to go get a job or get out of the house. So I left the house, and I had a friend who was generous enough to let me stay at his place rent free for a while. So I would sleep on his couch. He would work during the days. This was back when people actually had to go to work. Yeah, he would work during the days and come home at night, and we'd hang out. We'd play games together, and then the middle of the night, I would have basically nothing to do. So I would sit at my computer, which I kept in his closet in his second room, and I would play games most of the night. My friends from back home were all asleep because it was too late for them, so I would usually be alone, just doing things on my own. One of my friends started streaming in I want to say December of 2017, and he would stream League of Legends, and I would hang out in his chat and I would watch him and type a lot, and it was a lot of fun. That was probably my first exposure to what it looks like in a small stream, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed myself there, and he would always pressure me. He would always keep trying to convince me to start a stream, and I always wanted to. I always wanted to try and stream. So one day I decided, that's it. I'm going to do it. I set a date a week in advance. It's going to be this Friday. I'm going to start streaming. So I said Friday, first stream Friday. I'm going to do it. And I streamed a little bit, played some League of Legends with my friends on stream. And then after we were done playing League of Legends, I switched over to Paper Mario, which is my favorite game for the N64. And I'd say it was a pretty average stream. I got 2 new viewers, which is normal for a lot of people on their first stream. If that, it was very exciting. I was super happy, and I found that it was like just really neat, a really awesome thing. Like it pumped me up to know that there was some people out there, just random people that would come by and say hi and talk to me, and I found myself writing in like my phone. I had a little note, like I had notes for each day. Like the first 5 days, I would take a note of who showed up and what they said, or how long they stayed, or how many viewers I got, how many followers I got. It was really exciting to me, and I did that for about a few months. I just would stream some N64 game or something, and then I would usually switch to something at the end to just wind down, like Mario Party or GoldenEye or something silly. Um, and I had a friend's wedding that was coming up. One of my friends was getting married back in Kentucky, which is where I grew up, and I needed about $500 for a plane ticket. It was pretty expensive. So I kind of set a goal in my mind. I was like, if I can raise this much money through streaming, then I will take this plane ticket. I will go to the wedding, and then the rest of the next whole year after that, I'll stream every single day. And I told a few people, and I think I even probably mentioned it on my stream. If I raise this much money, I'll stream every day for a year. So lo and behold, there was some gracious, very generous person who showed up out of the blue. Their name was Grilled Cheeses VG, the mysterious person themselves. They never showed up again after that month, but they showed up and they donated, I think it was $200, which was a ton of money. It was huge. I mean, it still is a ton of money. And they basically funded my plane ticket to go back home for my friend's wedding. So I went to the wedding. I streamed some even at my friend's apartment when we were visiting. We came back and I streamed an entire year, and that ended in March of 2018. I started playing Stardew probably toward the end of that year. It would have been March of 2019. I started in January of 2018. Started the 1 year in March of 2018, and it was March of 2019 that I finished the year. I started Stardew streaming probably toward the end of that. Stardew streams were really awesome. It was a cool new thing that I found some growth and some interest in. It was a very fun game to stream. It was very relaxing. There's not too much going on, and it's something that I could find a new goal in every day, so I didn't have to change games and be like, the goal is to beat this game. The goal with Stardew was to just explore and learn new things and try and maybe teach some new things to people. I wasn't the best player at the time, but I found it really awesome. So I think, streams started getting bigger. Well, they started getting smaller as I streamed more Stardew because people were used to variety, but then they started getting bigger, and it is kind of an interesting thing. I think people generally view a streamer at where they're at the time, and they'll see like how many viewers or how many followers they have, and they'll deem them at some sort of success. And I think it's important to remember that these things come and go, and these things ebb and flow, and not always have I been a bigger streamer. I not even that long ago was averaging like less than 20 viewers. So I think it's one of those things that you find your groove and you go with it. And I've really been enjoying it lately. I've been enjoying Stardew a lot lately. I had my burnout from it a while back. I would say mostly because of the types of challenges that I started pushing myself to do in Stardew. But lately, just being able to play it casually and enjoy the game while also talking with chat and teaching people some things that I know has been a very fun and sustainable way to stream it. So I'm really enjoying it a lot. I've been really happy to have the community grow around me. I'm super grateful for all the support that people have been giving me, and I only hope things get better from here. So hopefully that gives you a little bit better idea how my streaming career started, I guess. I don't like calling it that, but that is what it is, I guess, at this point. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. This was a video, I suppose. I don't think I'm going to do any editing. I'm just going to cut it here, post it. That's it. Thanks.